and independents and others, 202-748-8001. Sandy's in Youngstown, Ohio on the independent line.
Hi. Yeah, I don't understand why you guys are still pushing this impeachment. We know Trump did nothing wrong. All the witnesses said, I felt, or I did not hear him say anything about bribery or any crime. They were asked specifically. No, I did not hear him commit a crime. So why are you guys doing this when you know as soon as he was elected, you started talking about impeachment? Mark Zayed said the coup has started. And now the coup is actually bragging, the deep state is bragging that there is a deep state. Thank God for the deep state. And Brennan smiles. If you guys keep this up, it just proves we have a pretty much Soviet-style communist government. And I can't believe you guys are doing this. It's been since day one. And don't shut me off yet, okay? There's something people can watch. It's called The Democrats' Hydra by Glenn Beck on YouTube. If you really want to know what's going on, it's the Democrats that went after Trump with dirt from the Ukraine. They're all in the Ukraine with George Soros, Obama, Clinton, Chalupa, and Eric Ciaramella and Eric Ross. They're trying to overthrow countries, which is what George Soros does.
All right, I'm going to let you go there, Sandy. Jeffrey Rosen, a response.
The first thing we have to say, of course, is it's not you guys, but neither of us are either advocating for or against impeachment. We're here to answer your constitutional questions about the history and current applications of the impeachment process. But what you said is important because you did provide a defense that Republicans will make against the charges of impeachment. They will say, as you just did, that first, no one heard him say explicitly, go withhold the aid in exchange for investigation. And they will say, therefore, that the testimony of people who overheard phone calls suggesting that and inferring from statements like, I want you to do me a favor, though, which Democrats say is a textbook example of quid pro quo, that people who are engaging in bribery never explicitly say, unless you do this, I will do that. It's about as explicit as you can get, but the defense is the one that you'll make. But then you made a really important, you made two other important points which would be relevant. Second, you said the corruption is on the side of the Ukrainians and the Democrats, and therefore the president was justified in asking for investigation against that corruption. And if he legitimately believed what you said, then that would be a good defense on the count of his motives. He'll say, I wasn't trying to help myself or get undue or unfair help in the 2020 election. I really was just concerned about the welfare of the country and of ferreting out corruption, whether it be found in Ukraine or anywhere else. And then the last thing you said is also important to the impeachment debate, which is you said the Democrats have been doing this since day one. They've been trying to, get him out of office. There was the Mueller report, and it didn't go anywhere. That was going to be impeachable, and now they're just seizing their chance. Let the election take its course. And that is an important argument, too. And some Republican senators, and maybe even some Democrats, might legitimately feel if it's a close case or if the votes just aren't there for removal, the voters will have their say in just a year. And that argument was important in both the Clinton and the Johnson impeachments when the precedent was established that impeachment is so solemn. We do not want to be, you said we're going to turn into Russia. I think the other analogy is, the republics that tend to just impeach presidents routinely because of political disagreements. That's not what we do in America. That's why the founders did not include the crime of maladministration in their list of high crimes and misdemeanors. Madison had wanted to include, if he's just a bad president, you can remove him. But the response to that is no, then it'll just be a political thing and his political opponents can remove him whenever they want. You say that's what the Democrats are trying to do, and all three of those arguments will be quite central to the president's defense. So thank you for those.
Could the Senate call those witnesses that have already testified before the House Intelligence Committee?
Yes, they can call whoever they want for live testimony, but broadly, I think that the precedent of the Clinton impeachment was that the House managers summarize the testimony, which are kind of summarizing the facts, and then the Senate makes what's essentially a judgment of law. Do the facts as alleged add up to a high crime or misdemeanor or to treason or bribery?